sprint cars, we've got the Brock Winter Memorial for the Affordable Towing and Recovery Thunder Stocks, 50 laps, 45 cars. Clinton Jeffries got some Insta Insulation t-shirts. Who wants one? Clayton Johns, voice of Brighton Speedway, chucking some down there. I got my son down there. All right, McLean, let him rip.
Craig, Affordable Towing and Recovery Thunderstock heat race number 1 is about to go green here. Caledonia Auto Supply presenting this one. Dale Jacari on the pole in the number 88. Chris Dickey in the number 1. 23 is Trevor DeBoer. 33 Jack Myers. 11R Bryce Richardson. 7K Kevin Kokrick. 04 Wyatt Van Wert. 03 Justin Ramsey. 15 Rcaes George. 56 Derek Lemaire. 53 Logan Schweitek. And 32 Mark Fawcett. Here we go. Only the top 5 are transferring out of heat race number 1.
Dale Jacari leads him down the backstretch with DeBoer there in second. Dickey in third. A huge field of cars. The heats will mean everything tonight. We're going to see some really good cars going home.
So Jacari's got the lead on lap number 1. Again, the top 5 are the only ones transferring, and right now they're 3 wide for the 4th spot as Wyatt Van Wert now gets shuffled out. That's Ramsey and Myers going at it there. Derek Lemaire sticking his nose in the 56.
Jacari right now top 5 in points here at Oshwegan Speedway, leading this one over DeBoer, who gets to the outside of Dickey. Dickey back to the 3rd spot. Justin Ramsey running in that 4th spot. 4 wide behind him. Here comes Wyatt Van Wert through the middle with Derek Lemaire.
That was 4 wide for the transfer spot. Now it's Lemaire who's got it. He and Van Wert get together in turn 3. So put Lemaire up into a transfer spot. Van Wert, Myers, Richardson, and Fawcett. Very quick cars all out of transfer spots right now.
Down the backstretch they go now, 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Here comes Justin Ramsey in the 03 regular down the Brighton Speedway. He's working that inside line to the low side of Chris Dickey. 3 wide at the line of the cross flags.
That's Justin Ramsey, defending Brighton Speedway track champion down there in the 03 car. Gets a little crossed up in turn 1. Here comes Derek Lemaire on his outside in the 56 car.
So Jacari will lead them through 3 and 4. And down to lap number 5 with DeBoer right now in the 2nd spot. Dickey running in the 3rd position. Here comes Lemaire now to the outside of Ramsey, and he'll bring Wyatt Van Wert along.
So with 3 laps to go, Jacari has led the whole way here. Then it's Trevor DeBoer 2nd, then 3 wide again for the 3rd spot. Van Wert falls back. It's Dickey and Lemaire going at it, then Van Wert and Ramsey going at it for the final transfer spot.
2 laps to go. Jacari and DeBoer all by themselves out in front. 4 cars going at it for the 3rd spot. They're going to go 4 wide off the 2nd corner. Lemaire on the outside. Ramsey tucks in behind him.
One of these cars is not going to get a transfer spot, and now Bryce Richardson has caught them. The white flag in the air for Jacari, but the transfer position, the top 5, that's what we're looking for here.
Jacari, your leader, DeBoer 2nd, then it's Lemaire, Ramsey, and Dickey holding on to that last spot. He's got Wyatt Van Wert all over the back bumper as they work it through 3 and off of 4. Dale Jacari will grab the win, but who's going to get the final transfer spot?
Jacari gets the win. 2nd's DeBoer, 3rd is Ramsey, 4th is Lemaire, and 5th in the final transfer will be Dickey. So it is Van Wert, Richardson, Fawcett, Myers, the 7K of Kokrick, 53 of Schwedek, and the 15 of George. They'll all go to the B main. 2 B mains tonight. We're only taking the top 2 from each of those B mains. And now a fire under the hood of the 15 car of George. So safety crew will be quickly on the scene of that one.
So Reese George with troubles down here in the front stretch as we get the fire and safety rescue crew out here to attend to that. I got 1 t-shirt left. I'm up here in the tower. Who wants it? Left side or right? You got to make noise. I can't throw it into the wind.
So here's your lineup for Burger Barn heat race number 2, starting on the pole from Binbrook, the Elwood Laidman Plumbing number 68, that's Jens Mortensen. Starting 2nd, former Brighton Speedway champion from Trenton, the Morgan Bray Farm 72, Doug Anderson. Starting 3rd from Binbrook, the Black Sheep Tools 16 is Jeremy May. Starting 4th from Brantford, the Affordable Towing and Recovery 40, Derek Liverance. Starting 5th from Caledonia, the Caledonia Auto Supply 93K, Mike Kazinga. Starting 6th from Oshwegan, the Cool Kids 38, that's Derek Miller. Starting 7th from Brantford, the Shed in a Day 13, Casey Huffman. Then from Oshwegan, the Gales Auto Aftermarket 66, Brady Longboat. The 47XX, Kyle Pellerine. From Caledonia, the Club 54, number 8 is Ryan Dinning. And from Brantford, the 92, Travis Torelli. Again, top 5 transferring from Burger Barn, heat race number 2.
Well, here we go. Jens Mortensen will lead them on the inside of 1, hoping for a barn burner like we had in qualifying race 1. Tommy, here we go.
Well, it's Anderson out front early on this one. Very rare appearance for him down at the Oshwegan Speedway, but a very tough competitor down at the Brighton Speedway. But now the yellow flag is out. The 92 of Torelli has pulled to the infield as
drive shaft off in 1 and 2 is the report over the radio. So
you see that painted white down there so the officials can see it.
yeah, so just to reiterate what we were saying there about next Friday night here, if you come out, we were going through Shody here, and I said that's how we want it. Tire marks and also they're bringing the car straight as it went in the trailer, straight to us next Friday. Of course, Tony's Spiteri and all the folks from Pinty's will be here to help us give away free Pinty's wings for 1 calendar year. What a great deal that's going to be. Also, we'll throw in some contingency prizes, including some passes to the Casey Kane events coming up here July 25th and 26th, including pit access. So make sure you come out next Friday night, fill out the ballot, as we get set to give away a year's worth of Pinty's wings, and you can meet Caden Lapsovich, NASCAR Pinty Series points leader. All right, get set to roll here once again.
So here we go. Mortensen starting second here in the 68 car. Actually, complete restart. He gets the pole, but again, Anderson will take off on the start here. They fan out 3 and 4 wide behind him.
Anderson with the lead, Mortensen running in the 2nd spot. Then it's Deliverance in the 40 working down the backside. Everybody look for a top 5 position.
So Anderson opening up a lead here. I know he changed the gear in that car to be able to run down here at Oshwegan, as did a few of these other drivers who don't run here regularly. And so far, it's the fast way around for him.
Ryan Denning gets underneath Longboat. He works underneath Deliverance in the 8 car. Slides down the bottom side of the back straightaway, working on the inside of Mortensen now. Denning up to the 4th position.
So Anderson's got the lead 3 wide for second, then Pellerine has the 4th spot, then Deliverance in 5th in the final transfer, but that is changing on a minute-by-minute basis here, as here comes Huffman and May up into the fight for the final transfer.
Anderson with the lead, Denning running in the 2nd spot. Then you look for all of them around 5th as they start to gather up, running down the front straightaway. Looking pretty good to the top 2, but you're looking for 5th.
Here comes Dinning now to the inside on Anderson. So Dinning has come from a long way back. 2 weeks in a row, feature winner the last 2 weeks for Dinning, and now he's got the lead. Anderson back to second. Then Miller in third, having trouble in the 38 now as Pellerine gets to the inside of him.
Kyle Pellerine into a qualified spot so far. Huffman working on 4th with the battle for 5th. Jens Mortensen in the 38 car up on the outside. Here comes Jeremy May into that battle as they all look for the top 5 position.
So Mortensen's got the final transfer now. Jeremy May, though, right to the inside quarter panel. A little bit of contact there as May gets to the inside on the 68 car.
3 laps to go here in this 8th lap qualifying heat race. Want to mention also part of the Gales bonuses tonight, $25 to all heat winners. So a $25 bonus on the line for Dale Jacari. Looks like Ryan Dinning is headed for that 25 spot right now. Behind him, Doug Anderson, Kyle Pellerine. Problems for Huffman. Oh no, he was in a spot, and now he'll fade out of this one. Will they stay green? That's the question.
Huffman trying to get the 13 off the track here so we can stay green. Dinning will come around and get the white flag this time by. So Dinning's got the lead. Second is Anderson. Third is Pellerine. 4th is May. 5th right now in the final transfer is Mortensen. We'll see what it is at the checkered flag. Deliverance and Longboat are there.
Down the back chute they go. Good run here for Denning, just like he left off last Friday night in victory lane. Back to it here. May's got the 4th spot. Mortensen's got 5th, but 2 more guys coming at him.
So Dinning goes 10th to 1st in heat race number 2. Anderson 2nd. Then it's Pellerine, May, and Mortensen will get the final transfer spot. So that sends Deliverance, Longboat, Miller, Lazinga, and the rest of the field, if they can start, to the B-Main. He raced starting second from Oshwegan, number 13X is Craig White. Starting third from St. Catharines, number M1, Rob Murray. Starting fourth from Hamilton, the Club 54, number 25 is Ken Sargent. From Port Colborne, the number 10, Dave's Auto and Speed Center, number 10, that's Dave Small. From Caledonia, the 119 is Sean Quinn. From Victoria, the 84 Rcaes, Ryan Beagle. From Brantford, the affordable towing 911, Nick Liverance. From Hagersville, the points leader and defending track champion here, the Jibs Action Sports 49 is Dave Bailey. From Niagara Falls, the number 90 is Vince Fargnoli, and also from Niagara Falls, the number 05 of Pete Reed. Here we go again, top 5 is what we're looking for.
Great field of cars again, and they're 3 wide already into 1, as it is Lungaro with the lead here. But Rob Murray pulls up in front of Ken Sargent. Those guys have seen a lot of each other over the years.
And Sargent got up onto the podium last week in the feature. Now upside down goes the 90 of Fargnoli. So red flag will be out. Vince Fargnoli tipped over the number 90 down there in turn 4. Well, the safety crew is on the scene and will work to get Fargnoli out.
Vince down here talking to the safety crew, appears to be all right. They're just going to work to get the helmet unbuckled here and get him out. The other issue we've got here is he's popped the left rear tire. Or the right rear, sorry. And we'll see. Other than that, the damage doesn't appear to be too bad. We'll see if they can get this one back on its wheels.
Halfway through heat races for the affordable towing and recovery Thunderstocks. Again, 4 heats tonight with 45 cars in the pit area.
Vince Fargnoli down here talking to the safety crew guys. He should be able to get this one sorted out in just a moment's time. He's just finding his way out of here slowly.
And we want to thank Gale's Auto Aftermarket for sponsoring tonight's events and putting up that big purse for the Thunderstocks. Wanted to mention Gale's 37th wedding anniversary is tomorrow, so he is closing up the shop for the day. 47th, my mistake. I was making Gale a little younger than he is. So 47th anniversary for Gale, and he will be not open.
They've got all cleaned up down here. They're going to go this time, guys. Not wasting any more time, jumping right back into it. Here we go.
Keep an eye on Bailey there in the 49, defending track champ and points leader here at Oshwegan, starting way back. Don't expect to see him there for long.
Jason Lungaro, the rookie, and the former number 2 of Lee Winger, as they work here around the backside of turn number 2. Lungaro with the advantage. Murray and Sargent running 2nd and 3rd. The battle for 5th is the one we're watching.
Lungaro has quietly stayed out of trouble this year and is up to 6th in points, leading the Rookie of the Year battle as well, but he's got a couple of veterans on his tail end in Murray and Sargent as they barrel down into turn number 1 again.
Looking for 4th and 5th here, a whole bunch of cars. Watch Pete Reed, Merrittville winner last Saturday night in the 05, slipping through the inside there. Bailey going to try and follow him through as they try to get to 4th and 5th.
Here comes Sargent to the inside on Lungaro, who cuts down a lane or so and doesn't give Sargent a whole lot of room as Lungaro holds the lead here. Sargent 2nd, Murray 3rd. 4th is Quinn. Up to 5th now is Bailey in the final transfer. Then Reed is right there in the 05, as you mentioned, Clinton.
Reed got to pick up a spot here. He'll work under the 119 and get down low. Reed gets the bite he needs off of 4. Now the top 5 are Lungaro, Sargent, Murray, Bailey, and Reed as they make their way towards the front. Now Sargent leading up on the side of the rookie Lungaro.
A little bit of, actually a lot of smoke now out of the 25 of Sargent. We saw that last week out of that car though, and it didn't hurt him at all. He got up onto the podium and got a 3rd place finish in last week's feature. So Sargent now to the lead. Lungaro 2nd, Murray 3rd, Bailey's 4th, with Pete Reed in 5th. Those are 5 very quick cars up in transfer spots.
Could also be an issue with the transmission, Tommy. The 25 and the 8 of Dinning both had the transmissions out, along with the other third place car last Friday night. So could be a little bit of residual transmission fluid after that. But yeah, the 25, the 8, and I can't remember who's the other third place car, got their transmissions pulled last weekend. Everything came up okay, which is a good sign for them. White flag in the air. Lee Sargent, Longaro, Murray, Bailey, and Pete Reed, your unofficial top 5 so far.
It was Bailey got the runner-up spot last week, so the 2 team cars, the Dinning and Sargent cars, and Bailey did have those cars apart last week, but you wouldn't know it right now. Bailey's up to 3rd after starting near the tail, and now Sargent will come out of corner 4, and he gets the win in Metalworks. He raced number 3. 2nd is Longaro. 3rd is a quick closing Dave Bailey. Then it's Murray 4th, and Reed will round out the top 5. So the B main cars will be Quinn, Dave Small, Craig White, Liverance, and Fargnoli if he can get it back going again. He raced number 4, brought to you by O'Neill's Farm Equipment. Starting on the pole from Welland, the Brian's Tires 4C is Chris Crawford. Also a Duel on the Dirt Series combined points race, so tons of cars here tonight. 4 heat races. Top 5 again will transfer from this one.
Quick announcement, Tommy. We have a red Dodge Journey license plate 233-2ZW. You're blocking an emergency zone. Red Dodge Journey 233-2ZW. You're blocking an emergency zone. We need you to move that immediately as we get ready for the 4th and final qualifying heat for the Thunderstocks here on Brock Leonard Memorial Night. Coming to the green flag. Kyle McKenzie throws the flag. Crawford and Thompson will lead them down into corner number 1.
Chris Crawford, a rare appearance here, along with James Thompson. Hasn't raced too much. A new father is Thompson as the 00 takes it down. Look at Landman going 3 wide down the back straightaway.
He didn't go 3 long for wide. He shot right through the middle into the 3rd spot. Tucks himself behind Thompson as they work it off the 4th corner. Across the line, Chris Crawford, your leader.
Crawford the leader, Thompson on 2nd, Lampman into the 3rd spot. Fontaine now working on the bottom in the 1J, comes up underneath the 28 of Jim Lampman as they battle for 3rd and 4th.
The Fonz working that 1J machine in that 4th spot, looking to the inside of Lampman. Comes down across the stripe, remains in that 4th spot with Chris Crawford, your leader in the 4C, and James Thompson hanging there. He's looking to the inside.
Carl Salt now steps up into the 5th spot under the 07, and he will grab 5th as Crawford leading Thompson and Fontaine. 3 drivers we rarely see here, except when the money comes to town.
Across the stripe another time. Thompson is reeled in the leader as they go down into corners 1 and 2. Thompson right there in the back bumper now. Fontaine is cleared into the 3rd spot. Lampman and Salt going at it for 4th.
Don't forget, a heat winner gets a $25 bonus, a bit of extra cash from Gale Hill. And it looks like it'll be Crawford so far at the halfway point. 4 to go. Can Thompson or Salt get up there and steal away that money? But Fontaine back into 3rd now. Ferguson, trouble out of 4. Flat tire. He will get cleared down to the inside. And we'll see if we can stay green.
And the 07 of McPhail will also take it to the pit area. It looks like the 00X will remain in the infield. Not sure if we'll see a yellow flag. We'll stay green. Crawford, your leader. 4-car battle for 2nd.
Wow, that is awesome. Now Salt comes from 6th all the way up to 2nd in a couple of laps. Lampman's got 3rd as they work around off of 4. It'll be Thompson now. Left front down on the 1J of Fontaine. Horrible break for the Fonz. He's going to have to go back to the consolation race tonight.
Wow, what a break. Was in a transfer spot, and the Fonz will have to nurse it back to the pit area with that left front flat. Meanwhile, the white flag comes out. Chris Crawford is your leader. Salt 2nd, Lampman in 3rd, 4th is Thompson, and now all of a sudden Hess in 5th.
Down the back chute they come. Crawford looking for Gale's 25 Smackaronis as they bring it out of 3 and 4. Salt down to the inside. He's looking to look at it, but he's not going to do it. Crawford, Salt, Lampman, Thompson, and Hess will be the unofficial top 5 qualified cars to wrap up the 20 starting positions that we warranted out of the heat races. The rest will come from 2 consolation races. We've got 25 cars still trying to grab the final 4 positions tonight.
of row 6.
Well, if obviously a bit of smoke, there was tons of oil coming down out of the breathers of that car when he was upside down for about 5 minutes. It'll take a couple minutes to burn all the oil off. But how about the work for Fargnoli clan? They got it back out, and how about this? Top 2 are going to make it in. They're looking at a $100 payout at least if they qualify for 24 spots. Getting set to roll. This is going to be a doozy. Only the top 2 get to play. The rest become spectators. Getting set to roll. 8 laps in this B main for the top 2 positions. Here we go.
There's way more than 2 fast cars in this one, so someone who is pretty good is going to end up on the trailer here tonight. Here we go. Underway. Bumper tag already down into corner 1 and 2.
Wyatt Van Wert leads them through the hump in 1 and 2. Then Bryce Richardson running in the 2 spot. 3 wide behind them.
3 wide behind them, but they're all out of transfer spots for the moment. The beautiful number 32 of Fawcett with the chrome trim all around on that Camaro has the 3rd spot. Now he goes to work on the 11R of Richardson, but it's still Van Wert and Richardson holding the top 2 spots.
Richardson got caught up in the lump down to the bottom and 1 there, but it didn't pay off for Fawcett totally. As Richardson able to come back around so far, it is Wyatt Van Wert in the 4th recovery 0-4 machine. Here comes Richardson trying to grab a bite on the inside.
So it's still Van Wert and Richardson holding those top 2 spots. Small is back there in the 4th spot with Fawcett 3rd. Then it's Quinn. Jack Myers, a former multi-time feature winner, here on the move in the 33 car now.
Fawcett dying to get in here, needs 1 position as Richardson going after Wyatt Van Wert, trying to put him on the trailer, but he's got to get 1 more spot to put the 04 up on the box as they come out of 4. It's the 11 of Richardson with the nose out front.
So Richardson and Van Wert side by side at the line, and Richardson officially leads the lap by hundredths of a second. Puts Van Wert on the bubble now, but Van Wert strong down the back straightaway, and again they're side by side into turn 3.
Mark Fawcett needs some help here in the 32. He's got to get up a position or 2 to get into this one. He's a newcomer here now. Van Wert to the outside. That could cost him. Here comes Fawcett to the bottom.
And Van Wert, one driver who's up in the top 5 in points, can't afford to miss the feature here. Can Van Wert in the 0-4, but he might not get in as Fawcett again to the inside in 3 and 4 side by side for the final transfer spot.
Mark Fawcett saw it on the wheel with 2 to go. Van Wert up on the high side. He keeps opening up the bottom. Can Fawcett get through the lumps? Better than the Van Wert 0-4. Not yet. Here they go down the back straightaway, trying to pin him on the outside.
It's 3 cars going for 2 spots here with white flag in the air this time by. It's now Fawcett with the transfer spot. He'll go to work on Richardson. Van Wert is there as well. Who's going to get into the feature?
Now Fawcett bobbles in 2. Gets a good drive off the bottom. Van Wert back to the outside. Who's it going to be out of 4? Van Wert or Fawcett?
Richardson has taken off from those 2. Fawcett gets a good run out of the corner. Van Wert has a better one. He gets the final transfer spot. So Fawcett is on the trailer. Richardson and Van Wert, the 2 drivers who get transfer spots. Fawcett, Small, Myers, Fargnoli, Schwedick, Liverance, Beagle, everybody behind them all are done for the night.
The Maryville champ doesn't make it in. Race number 2, only 2 going to make it out of this one also.
12 cars scheduled to start it. On the pole, the 66 Brady Longboat. On the outside, 93. On the outside of row number 1, the number 93 Melissa Miller. Starting inside row number 2, the number 40 Derek Liverance. On the outside, 48 Mike Graham. Row number 3 on the inside, the 38 Derek Miller. On the outside, keep an eye on Jason Fontaine, the Humberstone champ. Then row 4, the 93 Mike Lazinga, the 07 of Scott McPhail. Row 5, the 13 Casey Hoffman, the 00X of Mike Ferguson. And row 6, the 92 Travis Torelli, and the 7H of Adam Hallett. We don't see Torelli making the call, so 11 cars going for 2 spots here, 8 laps the distance. Green flag is out.
Final 2 spots into tonight's Brock Leonard Memorial. They're already 3 wide into corner number 1.
Trouble for Fontaine. He gets turned around in turn 1. And a whole bunch of them get stopped down on the bottom.
Clint, I don't know what happened, but there's a ton of moisture all into corner number 1. Smells like gasoline. You can smell it up here in the stands. Something was pouring out of the back of the 1J, and the right rear went right around. Report from the infield is possibly fuel coming out of the 1J. Boy, what a tough night for Jason Fontaine, who was in a transfer spot in the closing lap of his qualifying heat before the tire went down on the 1J. And he comes to the B main and now troubles on the opening lap.
So the Merrittville champ Fawcett is already on the trailer, and now Jason Fontaine, the Humberstone champ, looks like he may not make it in either. So it's not a good night to be a defending track champ so far.
Top two are going to qualify. Watch these guys. Now, he's got the car to do it, Greg. I can honestly say I think Fontaine can do it if he can get the car in the right spot. He's probably going to need a yellow or two in this one. You know, pick up a couple of spots, get a yellow, regroup, and go at it again. He needs to finish on the front row. Here they come off of turn number 4. Brady Longboat, and they work this one with Miller to the outside. Here comes the other Miller, the 38 of Derek Miller, to the inside.
Already 4-5 wide through corners 1 and 2. Look at him go. They know there's 2 spots on the line. How about Adam Hallett in the 7H on the outside line? Here comes Fontaine through the middle. He's to third already, working to the outside of the 38 machine. Longboat, your leader, Miller in second.
Fontaine still pouring fluid out the back of the 1J. They're looking at that car there as he comes around down the back straightaway.
Challenging for the spot on the outside line. McPhail gets a little sideways in the 07 behind them. But here's the battle for the second spot. Fontaine has it for the moment.
And now Melissa Miller turns him around in turn number 1.
Well, that brings out the caution again. And they are sending Melissa Miller to the rear on that call.
Fontaine gets it back out there. Let me make some noise if you're rooting for Fonz tonight. Well, even if you go to Humberstone and don't like to see him win, I know you want to see him put on a show here, which we're guaranteed to see. They were 4 wide when they got to 2 that time. He needs to pass a whole handful of cars and then some. Getting set to roll, 2 laps in, 6 laps to go. Only the top 2 are going to make it for a shot at a $2,000 payday. Where have you ever heard of $2,000 for a street stock race? I've been doing this 20 years, never heard of it myself. Here we come out of turn number 4. Gail's got the cash on the line. 2 G's, but you got to qualify first. Here we go.
Green flag in the air, 6 laps to go, and they're drag racing down into corner number 1. Side by side for the lead. Comes the Fonz back up through the middle, and now troubles for the 7H, a flat tire for Adam Hallett.
Hallett with problems. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. Fonz and Graham together, and all kinds of damage there as they work this one around 3 and 4.
Now we got a bumper cover or something laying on the back stretch there. Yeah, it's the nose piece off the 48, but it's on the inside line, so we should be able to stay green flag racing as here comes Brady Longboat for the top spot.
Derek Miller with the lead. Brady Longboat on the outside. Who's in the 07? Greg trying to grab a piece of the feature tonight.
Scott McPhail in the 07 working that outside line. Has got a good run going.
McPhail has won a lot of races here back in the day. Now Fontaine working his way under Miller, who got it in the back of him the last time around. They come down the back straightaway here, rolling at this one. Fonzie working on 4th, but he's running out of time quickly here.
Right there on that back bumper of the 93, and Miller opens the door up just a little bit, trying to get a run down the front stretch. 3 cars at the front of the field looking for 2 spots into tonight's A main. Who's it going to be? They go down the back stretch. Miller, your leader, but it's side by side for second.
McPhail working up on the top side of Longboat as Derek Miller, the junior award winner, down the chute here into 1. Looking good. The former Terry Martin 38. Now Fontaine up to the top side, but he's running out of time. 2 laps to go. He's going to need trouble there with McPhail and Longboat, and almost gets it. Fontaine with a flat left front. Oh, it all goes away once again for the 1J.
Wow. Everything going against Jason Fontaine here tonight. At the front, McPhail puts it right out to the wall. He's on the back bumper, the 38 of Miller. Down into the corner they go. 3 cars looking for 2 spots.
Longboat digging on the inside. McPhail, the loser, here up on the top side. 3 deep as they come down here. Checkers coming out. Who's it going to be? 3 cars for 2 spots.
Checkered in the air. The top 2 go to McPhail and Miller. Wow, McPhail pulls it out on the outside line. And this will get interesting entering the pit area. McPhail, Miller make it in. Keep an eye. And Fontaine and Miller exchange pleasantries. The entry of the pit area.
So some
One courtesy lap available per car if there are troubles during the feature event. So if you've got a flat tire during this race, there'll be 1 courtesy lap to change it. The biggest Thunderstock race of the season. Ready to go next time by. Kyle McKenzie shows the field the white flag. Next time by, we're going green flag racing for 50 laps in the Brock Leonard Memorial. 2 by 2, 12 rows of beautifully prepared Thunderstocks ready to come to life. Carl Salt, Trevor DeBoer on the front row. The Strickland GMC pace truck pulls off down the backstretch. Kyle McKenzie's got the double green flags in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation.
What a gorgeous sound as they take it into one. Carl Salt on the inside, DeBoer up on the top. Here comes DeCarey trying to fill the gap in the middle, and 3 wide all around.
3 wide, they go down the backstretch. DeBoer, your leader. Salt in that second spot. DeCarey running on the outside of Salt as they come off of 4. They stack them up all off the 4th corner. DeBoer, your leader on lap 1.
3 wide from the top 3. Here's Crawford. Takes Salt and Ramsey. 3 deep. DeBoer on the outside. Here comes DeCarey. They're 4 wide out of 2.
Here's Denning down to the inside of Crawford, tucks into the 3rd spot. Now he looks low on DeCarey. Here comes Denning into the 2nd spot, and the yellow flag comes out for Jim Lampman.
Jim Lampman with a flat tire on the outside is the cause of the yellow. Typically here, these guys do not get courtesy laps because it's a $2,000 to win, 50 laps.
This crew is working feverishly over there to get these cars back out. Getting a tire change in 1 lap. Doesn't give you much time, but they did a good job.
Not much time in the pits, but lots of time here on the speedway. 1 lap in, 49 laps still to go here. Getting set to roll again. 23 is the leader. He has to be the first car to fire anywhere between the cones in 3 and 4. Once he steps on the gas, Kyle McKenzie, our starter, will drop the green and follow the move, and we'll be under green. Once the green flag is waved, you can pass from anywhere, unlike the sprint cars where you must single file through the cone. Here in the Thunderstocks, when it's green, you can go. And the leader's on it. We're green. You can pass from anywhere. Murray making big gains in the middle of the pack.
Green flag is out. DeBoer once again on that outside line holds the advantage for the moment, but here comes Dale DeCarey fighting back. They're 3 wide behind them. Here comes Derek Lemaire. Mid-pack shoots right through the middle into the top 10.
Ryan Denning down low on the inside, working on the DeBoer 23. He's got 2 feature wins the past couple of weeks now. Coming back to this one is Ryan Denning. First one to lead here in turn number 1.
Denning leads through corner number 2. DeBoer and DeCarey side by side. Jason Langaro has problems up in corner 2. Now troubles for Jeremy May up in 2 as well.
2 cars with flat tires. 7 of Langaro and the 16 of May. Both with flat right rear tires. First legal car, even if that's 4th, 5th, 6th place, is going to get the $2,000. The fastest legal car will get the $2,000 tonight, Greg.
Coming back to the green flag with Dinning and DeBoer this time, taking the restart up at the front. Green is in the air. Dinning will drag race down the front stretch and has the advantage into corner number 1.
Ryan Dinning to the inside as May gets back out. Don't see Longaro back on the mix, but as long as he can get out before they take the stripe, he will stay on the lead lap. Look at Derek Lemaire up on the outside.
Yeah, he started 13th, and he's already knocking on the door to the top 5 as they come off the 4th corner. He'll look to the outside of the 88 of Dale Jacari.
Working up on the outside. Lemaire's got a good lineup there. There's no lumps or bumps to deal with, and Longaro not going to make it out. But the leader, Dinning, pulling away from Salt a little bit more now.
Man, oh man, that 56 is a rocket ship through the corners here tonight, trying to get alongside the 88 of Jacari as he draws up along the outside. Meanwhile, at the front, Dinning your leader over Salt and DeBoer.
Scott McPhail with a flat right front, already had a courtesy lap. He will not get one here. Probably smart to run at the back, but no, he will head right to the pit area. Heavy smoke out of the 25.
Across the stripe another time, a Sargent in that 25, as you said, is smoking. He's got the point leader, Dave Bailey, right to the inside of him. Bailey will get by with 5 laps in, 45 to go.
Dinning, Salt, DeBoer, the top 3. Then you got the 4 of Crawford with the 88 and Jacari up on the outside. Coming back here is Lemaire, 56. He's driving it right to the top side.
Dinning cruising out in front with Carl Salt sitting there in second right now, kind of pacing themselves at the front of the field. Trevor DeBoer running in third. Then it gets a little sketchy from there on back. Dale Jacari running in fourth. He's got 2 cars right behind him, and Chris Crawford and Dave Bailey.
Bailey trying to sit down on the inside of the 49, right up the rear bumper cover of the Crawford 4C. They race a fair bit down at Maryville together as they stay wheel to the inside. 3 and 4, Justin Ramsey into the mix in the 0-3.
Across the stripe will complete lap number 8 now. Dinning, your leader. Carl Salt starting to inch a little bit closer to the 8 machine as he just pedals that car delicately through the corners, and he's gaining every lap. Here comes the 81.
Kyle Pelrine with a flat left rear on the 47X as they come around here. Yellow is out for a flat on the 47X of Kyle Pelrine. We are 9 laps in with 41 to go. This is his one shot. He's got an experienced crew over there with Brian Hallowell and the family going at it for Kyle. Dinning being given instructions by race director Doug Leonard. He pushed the 81 up the track and he said, you can't do that. You must hold your line with a smooth transition through the turns. Dinning, you could not make that move. So watch for them to be smooth here through the turn. Once again, the 8 crowd. This one's not going to go great. Doug Leonard not happy with that, so the 8 cannot do that.
And I'll tell you what.
One way, you're going back. 23 to the front, 81, double it up. 8 goes back a row, it'll be 1 to go at the line.
There you hear it right from the horse's mouth. Doug Leonard himself, he told the 8, do not push the 81 up when they went into 3. Dinning made no effort to turn, ran it right up the hill. And Doug Leonard said, not going to go with that start. The 8 cannot bully them around. He's got to go back in the position or he will be penalized. So there you hear it. Doug not messing around for $2,000 tonight, guys.
And this is the second week that warning's been dished out, as there was concern with that last week. So they wanted to nip it in the bud here. And Denning's been put back a row. Now he's going to try and stop and talk, but that is not an option.
Guys, courtesy laps already, so we'll see what happens here. Getting set to roll again. Dinning obviously hot under the helmet. And especially if he doesn't have the one-way, maybe doesn't understand the instructions, but either way, here we go.
Going back to the green flag with 41 laps left on the board in the Brock Leonard Memorial. Trevor DeBoer will get on the fun pedal and lead them down the front stretch, but here comes Carl Salt to the outside, and Dinning will make it 3 wide.
Dinning pushes right through the middle, nearly got it in the back end of Carl Salt. Didn't do it that time. DeBoer up the inside, and now they got a sandwich of the 8 car in the middle.
Here comes Dinning, and he will grab the top spot back just for the moment. Works it off of corner 4, and at the line, Ryan Bidding back to the top of the board. Salt in second, DeBoer running third.
DeBoer down on the inside. inside, but it's Dinning with the advantage again. Salt up on the outside. Then you got Dale Jacari, Dave Bailey, and Justin Ramsey as they work here. The first Brighton car inside the top 5.
Dinning works it off a corner 4 as your leader. Carl Salt battling side by side with Trevor DeBoer. They're second and third. Dale Jacari running fourth. Fifth right now, it's Justin Ramsey and Dave Bailey going at it side by side. A Brighton and an Oswego champ going at it.
Battle starting to form up here as these guys find their racing groove on the speedway. So far, Dinning with a big front stretch advantage out front, almost on 81. DeBoer the 23, then Jacari Bailey the top 5.
Down the back stretch they go. Ryan Denning stretching his advantage over the 81 of Carl Salt. The first battle for position right now is the 4th spot, as now the yellow will come out for the M1 of Rob Murray, who will now get his courtesy lap to have the tire changed. So the tire man is winning here tonight so far. Lots of tire changes going on over in the pit area. Rob Murray in the M1 heads pit side.
All right, getting set to go. We'll watch if Dinning holds the line this time. Salt around the outside, kind of keeping him pinned. That's better this time. Here we go at it. Green is out. Dinning again with the advantage. Salt up on the top side. DeBoer, Jacari in the battle as well into 1.
Yeah, they all fan out in behind the leaders. Derek Lemaire makes it 3 wide off the corner there as Dinning leads. Salt in the 2nd spot. DeBoer in 3rd. Here comes Lemaire making it 3 wide with Jacari and Bailey.
Jacari in the middle. That's the tough spot down there as they work here off of turn number 4. Back into 1. Dinning with the advantage, but Carl Salt keeping him honest. He's hanging right with them.
Right there on that back bumper is the 81 of Carl Salt in that Pontiac Trans Am in the 81 machine. Trevor DeBoer back there in 3rd, and he's got the Wolf Pack right behind him as they work off the 4th corner.
Top 2 have straight away. DeBoer, Jacari. Tail behind them. Now Jacari to the outside. Lemaire stepping it up on the outside of him in the 56 as they work it around 1 and 2.
Down the back stretch another time. Troubles towards the back of the pack as Lungaro and Dickey will slow up a little bit. Now we'll get back up to speed with the leader crossing the stripe another time to complete lap number 15. So Dinning your leader at lap 15 with Salt in 2nd, DeBoer running 3rd, Jacari and Bailey side by side for 4th and 5th.
Bailey, Jacari, and DeBoer were 3 wide into turn 3 that time. Down on the inside, nipping at the bottom as they come back to turn number 1. Here's Lemaire up on the ladder again. He's climbing to the roof once more in the 56 car.
Dinning leads him down the backstretch. Carl Salt's been able to maintain pace this time. The 81 machine wasn't able to do it on that last restart. The 81 of Carl Salt just following the tire tracks of the 81 of Ryan Dinning. These laps don't pay, but the final lap does, and Carl knows that, just riding along in 2nd.
Ken Sargent in the 25 being black flagged for smoking heavily in the 25. They've let it go for the first 17, but now it's getting really bad in the turns, and they're concerned about fluid maybe coming out of the 25. Sargent's going to have to head to the pit area.
And black flag has been displayed. Now he makes contact with Doug Anderson trying to get off the track. They both stay clean and green as Sargent will take the 25 to the pit area, and Doug Anderson continues on with no damage that we can see.
Top 2 still Dinning and Salt. Fairly close on the speedway. Dinning not running away from everybody. He gets away from most. Now Lemaire with problems in the 56. He pulls up on the outside.
Wow, that was one of the strongest cars here tonight. He looked like he was going to the pits. Thinks better of it. Slows down the backstretch, and that will bring up the yellow flag. Back to the caution with 19 laps complete. There goes the 2nd place car of Carl Salt into the pit area. Wow. He was the only one that's been able to keep pace with Ryan.
Well, we're keeping an eye on that temperature gauge, but either way, he's going to have to come from the back now.
They get a word. At Lemaire's 56 had all the air up on the tires as he came by, the officials were reporting.
Back to the green flag, and that's going to affect Carl Salt as he will be trapped in the pit area unless he can get back out here. But as they go into corner number 1, it's side by side now. Ryan Dinning and the point leader, Dave Bailey.
Working this way through, down out of 4. It is the 8 machine of Dinning, but here comes Bailey to the outside.
Bailey working that top groove. That's where he likes to be in that Jibs Action Sports number 49. Winds it up around the top. He's got Dinning on the bottom. They'll go side by side down the back stretch. Both Salt and Lemaire come back out. They are now laps down.
Working this one off of turn number 4. It is the 8 of Dinning still working here with the 49. Still on the lead lap are the 81 and the 56 here. By getting out Virtue before the field comes by, they stay on the lead lap, so a yellow would certainly help the 81 and 56 cars as they come back to this one. Dinning and Bailey still on it.
So Carl Salt, your leader. Ryan Dinning running in the second spot. Now Derek Lemaire will slow up in the high side of corners 3 and 4.
Lemaire stop out of turn number 4. Yellow is out. All right, Greg, just to bring you up to speed, the 56 and the 81 came out after we took the green, but if the field has not completed a whole lap, they will stay on the lead lap. So the 81 and the 56 were on the lead lap. Neither of them had flat tires, so neither of them got courtesy laps. Now, with the 56 of Lemaire with a flat right front, this will be his courtesy lap. We think maybe problems for the 28.
A lot of smoke out of the 68 of Jens Mortens. He took it to the pits, and Jim Lampman slow in turn 3 as well.
All kinds of fluid down the back straightaway here.
And thanks to Nathan Christensen on the crew of the...
In the tower, he tells the drivers on the one-way radio, we get set to roll.
Dinning and Bailey line up side by side on this restart. 22 on the board, 28 to go.
Field back to it here. Green is out. We're on it again. Dinning tips it down to the bottom. Bailey working that outside lane where he's been oh so quick the past 2 seasons. Can the Jibs 49 make something happen in the attic?
Down the back stretch they go with Dinning, your leader. Bailey riding there in that second spot. The alien Pete Reed up into the top 3. Jacari running in 4th and 5th is Justin Ramsey in the 03 machine.
Ryan Dinning here onto the back stretch with the lead still over David Bailey as they come to the outside. Bailey right up to the back stretch wall, pinches it down through the middle, and Justin Ramsey on the move now in the 03.
Off of corner number 4, Bailey right there, drawing up to the outside of the 8 machine and Dinning. They'll go wheel to wheel through corners 1 and 2. Bailey, though, doesn't get the run that he needs. Dinning continues to lead. Now troubles up in the corner for Carl Salt as he loops the 81 machine around.
Does the smart move, gets going to avoid being parked here. You can't just stop if you make a mistake as they come into 1. 8 here. 12 Dinning with the run. The 49 of Bailey running to the outside once again.
Down to complete lap number 26, just past the halfway point. Ryan Dinning leads the way in the 8 machine. The 49 of Dave Bailey running in the second spot. Third right now, the alien Pete Reed in the 05. Justin Ramsey running in the 4th spot in the 03. Another Brighton car running right now in the 72. And troubles on the 49 of Dave Bailey. A big plume of smoke, and he's waving inside the car to warn everyone behind him.
Bailey down the infield here. Big problems on the 49 as he blows up a big chunk. Yellow is out for debris in turn number 3.
Yeah, a couple of cars have gone over it over there in corner number 3. It's sitting just above where you see the words Ohsweken Speedway on the inside retaining wall there. That's at least one of the pieces.
Tough break for Dave Bailey. We do see attrition become a problem. We're 2 laps past the halfway point here.
Big implications there.
Going to take a shot at Ryan Dinning.
Right now, it's not good luck to be the bridesmaid at this point, as everyone that's been running second has had some sort of issue. Dinning commanding this one, and he'll lead them down the front stretch with Pete Reed to the outside.
Pete Reed has won races here in the past. Can he get around the 8 of Ryan Denny? What about Justin Ramsey and Doug Anderson? We never see those guys. What can they do here at the Big O? Justin Ramsey was the Rush Street Stock champion last year and also the Brighton champ. We'll see what he can pull off in the 0-3.
He's got the second spot from Pete Reed, and he's bringing his Brighton counterpart with him, the 72 of Doug Anderson. Right there, he got a little wobbly there in corner 2, and that allowed Pete Reed back on the outside.
Denning still pulls away again to a 5-car length lead out front of Justin Ramsey. Reed on the outside working on this one. Jim Landman back out with the nose all tore up on the number 28. Here comes Jacari to the inside of Doug Anderson, 72.
Anderson suffering some problems, and he'll take the 72 to the pit area, so obviously troubles on the 72 machine. Might have been a tire going down on that car. As the battle for second now shapes back up, here comes Pete Reed back to the inside of Ramsey for second. Denning your leader, Reed now to the second spot. Ramsey back to third. You've got Jacari running in fourth. Fifth right now is the 4C of Chris Crawford. Sixth is the 11R of Bryce Richardson. Seventh is James Thompson in the 00. Eighth is Trevor DeBoer in the 23. Ninth is the Hess machine, the 7X. And then you got the 04 Wyatt Van Warren.
Now, Greg, on the air cleaner, top of the 03 of Justin Ramsey flew off out of turn number 4. We got problems in turn 2. Heavy contact here in turn number 2.
Wow, that just about got really bad, really quick up in corner number 2. As Chris Crawford got turned around, and James Thompson and Trevor DeBoer had to make quick action to turn and miss from plowing into the 4C, and DeBoer and Thompson both ended up with damage on that one. 31 laps into this one, 19 to go. Ryan Denning, your leader in the 8 machine, the 05 of Pete Reed sitting in second. Justin Ramsey in the 03 running in third. Now, we'll get back to those names as we get back to the green flag here with Denning and Reed. Coming off of corner number 4, they're side by side as they drag race down the front stretch and into corner number 1. Denning, your leader. Reed gets a little bit sideways. That opens the door for Jacari to come through. Richardson moves by as well into third. You've got Salt and Wyatt Van Wart going 3 wide with Richardson.
So again, somebody up in the top 3 has trouble here. The yellow may need to come out for Pete Reed. So far, we're still underway here with 18 laps left to go, and now the yellow will come out for Pete Reed, a flat right rear on the 05. So flat tire fever here tonight in the Thunderstocks.
They're up there in the top 5.
You don't need to be fast, you just need to keep the tires on it tonight. Well, Justin Ramsey still stuck in the pits. They were working on the carburetor. Big disappointment for him. Not sure if he's going to make it out here. Green flag is rolling again, and we're on it once more.
Denning will lead them down into corner 1 as he's done every time here tonight. Jacari sitting there in that second spot. It's side by side, and Van Wart loops Salt around in front of the field. Wow, parts on the track. And there's Justin Ramsey. Now, did they take the lap? I'm guessing they didn't. So Justin Ramsey should be on the lead lap. Notice he's had the attention paid to the back end of that machine. With 18 to go. Denning will bring them back to the green flag with Jacari to his outside. The Camaro and Monte Carlo on the front row of this restart. We're back underway. Denning, Jacari side by side down the front stretch.
Ryan Denning on the inside, Dale Jacari up on the top side. They work it down the back straightaway here. Everybody looking for a good piece of clay to call home.
Through 3 and 4 they go with Denning pinning it right down to the inside line. Jacari holding a pretty well right now in that second spot. It's side by side for third. Bryce Richardson and Derek Lemaire on that outside line.
Is Lemaire on the lead lap? Not sure.
No,
He's not showing up in the top 5.
No.
Trying to get his lead lap back, I think.
Yeah, that is correct. My mistake. Derek Lemaire not on the lead lap. Trying to get back up there, though.
These guys just need to settle down and get some rhythm going. And we can find out who's going to be the quickest. Can anybody battle out here with Ryan Denning? That's the question.
Yeah, Derek Lemaire 3 laps down, so definitely out of contention here at this point. Is now Jim Lampman slow in corner number 2. We'll see if he'll get the 28 machine to the pit area, and he will bring it to a stop, and he'll have to go yellow yet again. Nope. Officials waiting, trying to get him to get it going, and finally he'll go to the pit area.
8 of Denning with the advantage here. Lampman was waiting for the courtesy lap, but he had the first courtesy lap in the race control, so he will not wait for him here. Here we go. Back into this one.
So Denning, your leader in the 8 machine as they cross the stripe. Well, yellow flag will come out now for Chris Crawford up in corner number 2. Left rear flat on the 4C. 36 laps on the board. So 14 to go. Your running order. Let's have a quick look at this. We've got the live timing and scoring. Ryan Denning, the 8 machine, is the leader. The 88 of Dale Jacari runs in second. Bryce Richardson in the 11R is third. The 56 machine 3 laps down, so he's a lap car in between the 88 and the 11R. In fourth, the 7X is Steve Hess. Fifth right now, the M1 is Rob Murray. Running in sixth is the 81 of Carl Salt, so that 72 machine of Doug Anderson laps down. Then you've got the 05 of Pete Reed is the next car in line in seventh. So that 7 of Justin Lingaro is laps down. And then you've got the 04 of Wyatt Van Wert running in.
Ryan Denning going for his 3rd feature win in a row here. Lemaire, if he can get around that 8, he'd be back on the lead lap, I think. The yellow would let him bring it all the way back around. Here comes Crawford back out. He'll stay on the lead lap. He's got 14 laps to finish this one. Everybody bumping and banging through 1 and 2. Somehow they get out of this one. Coming back here up on the outside, the Jacari 88 gives up the bottom to the 56 of Lemaire.
Here comes Denning off the corner to lead another lap. Jacari running a really good, smart race right now, sitting in the 2nd spot. Derek Lemaire, the lap car right there, down multiple laps. So don't believe, even if he gets by, I don't believe that puts him back on the lead lap. But he's up there trying his hardest because you never know.
Now Wyatt Van Wert with issues on the outside. The 04 comes up slow on the outside with the left front down on his machine.
So Wyatt Van Wert troubles on the 04. Looks like he'll need to pull it into the pit area as he's already had one courtesy lap in this one. Denning, your leader over Jacari. Carl Salt is running in that 3rd spot with Steve Hess and Pete Reed, your top 5.
Tough break for the 04 Wyatt Van Wert. As we said, only one courtesy lap per race for him as they come down through 3 and 4. Denning with a great lead once again in the Club 54 Tobacco number 8.
10 laps to go, says Kyle McKenzie from the top of the starter stand. Ryan Denning, your leader, with 10 laps to go. Dale Jacari running in 2nd. Carl Salt in 3rd, the 81. The 7X of Steve Hess sits in 4th. 5th is Pete Reed in the 05. 6th, the M1 of Rob Murray. 7th, the 11R of Bryce Richardson. 8th is Kyle Pellerine in the 47X. Chris Dickey running in 9th in the 1. And Chris Crawford right now scored as the 10th place car on the track. And 11 cars left on the lead lap in this one. And now Chris Crawford to the pit area as he goes high in corner 2.
He already had his courtesy lap. He will not get one here. Problems with the left front, all angled in on the upper control arm on the 4C. So Crawford gonna head back to the pit area now, or try and limp it around here out of 3 and 4. Denning with the number 8 car coming here, back down out of turn number 4.
Troubles down the front stretch for the 72 of Doug Anderson. The 4C of Chris Crawford slow on the front stretch as they continue to race on past the slower cars. Denning running away with this one. Jacari and Carl Salt duking it out for the 2nd spot. That's the best battle on the track.
Working it out on the bottom is Carl Salt. He went in for a gas and go pit stop here in the early portion of this one. Working back to the inside of the Dale Jacari 88 car as they duke it out. Salt was way sideways in turn number 2.
Gathers it back up. They've got that lap car of Derek Lemaire right there racing with them. As they come down, it's 5 laps to go for Ryan Dinning.
Dinning here with the lead out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway they go.
Wyatt Van Wart back on track as we come down. It's 4 laps to go for Ryan Dinning. He's been dominant since the drop of the green flag. Dale Jacari has run a very smooth, veteran-like race in that 88 machine. He's been so impressive in the early going of this season, but maybe this is probably the most impressive run of the year.
Definitely been a career night for young Dale Jacari as they work on this one. Problems for Wyatt Van Wart. Sparks out of the back of that one. Looks like he might have an axle going or something on the car as it's not handling very good in 1 and 2. Trying to get clear.
Now
Carl Salt with problems. He ran right up the track.
And he'll go to the pit area as well, so all sorts of attrition here in this long-distance race as Rob Murray now gets booted out of the way and Bryce Richardson will drive by him on the outside. 2 to go.
It is Ryan Denning, Dale Jacari, Pete Reed, and then we're looking for Bryce Richardson and the one of Rob Murray, your top 5 unofficially, as Denning takes the white flag.
One more trip around to the Brock Leonard Memorial for Ryan Denning. He's been dominant since the outset. A penalty did nothing to deter him. He fought his way back and has led nearly every lap. Final time through 3 and off of corner 4. The Brock Leonard Memorial for 2016 goes to Ryan Denning.
Ryan Denning will get it done. Dale Jacari with a fabulous run in second. Then Pete Reed, Bryce Richardson, and Rob Murray.
Oh, Ryan Denning is out of the Club 54, number 8. Here can hear you. Winner of the 2016 Brock Leonard Memorial 50. He's up on the roof with so the kids get up on the roof with Ryan Denning, and we'll get him over here in Mobile One Victory Lane. 3 in a row here, but this one a little bit sweeter. Not only $2,000 in your pocket, but the prestige of winning the 5th annual Brock Leonard Memorial 50, and a lot of caution flags through that. You just had to be hoping that this car would hold together to the end.
And at one point I was hoping they were going to start counting caution laps. I don't know. It was getting frustrating, but everything stayed together. No wheels fell off, and we made her here. So, I mean, of all the races to win, this one's something cool.
Gale's Auto Aftermarket putting up the extra money for us to pay out $2,000. No street stock race in the province pays that. That's got to mean something to you as well.
Oh, yeah, that's special. And, I mean, Gale helps a lot of us out. He helps me out lots, helps Kenny out, helps everybody else out here. Thanks a lot, Gale.
Who do you want to thank for getting you up here into Mobile One Victory Lane 3 weeks in a row?
Oh, most of all, Club 54 Tobacco. My kids, they always put up with me. Aaron's here helping me all the time. Oshwegan Speedway, Derby Girls, Team Mater, everybody else.
There he is. That's Ryan Denning. Got a T-shirt for you from Gales. We got a hat from Gales as well. We got your Mobile One Victory Lane hat. All kinds of stuff to give you here. Doug Leonard comes over with the Brock Leonard Memorial 50 trophy. And now we'll head over. We'll get a word with second place tonight, Dale Jacari. Believe it, at least ties a career best run, if not exceeds it here. But he didn't have anything for dinning there at the end. But this car was pretty much the best of the rest here, and that's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, it feels good to be back up here. The track was pretty rough, but we made her back.
Who do you want to thank for getting you up here?
I want to thank all my sponsors, my dad especially for working hard on the car each week, and my family for coming out and supporting me.
That's Dale Jacari. He's got $1,000 in his pocket for finishing second here tonight, thanks to Gales Auto Aftermarket. There's your hat from Gales. And a T-shirt as well from Gales. We'll head over now. We'll talk to Pete Reed, known as the Crazy Alien, and that was a bit of a crazy race there. He managed to hold together and keep it up here, third place here tonight, and represent the invading drivers.
Yeah, we had a good run. I got next to the 8 on that one of the last restarts there, and I thought, we were going to come around them, and then the right rear tire went down. I'm like, oh no. So it was a hell of a drive to come back up this way. I got to thank my crew back there, Matt, Steve, and Trevor. They put a tire on this thing real fast. I don't know what the pressure was, but it was still flying after that, so we're good.
Well, $500 in your pockets from Gales Auto Aftermarket, and you got some sponsors on this car you want to thank as well.
If I don't forget any. Simon's Off-Road does all the graphics on this thing. Alexander Awnings in St. Catharines, Insultint in St. Catharines, Astro Transmission, this thing's always holding together, never have any training issues. East Main Laundromat in Welland, Performance Toyota, come buy a car, I work there. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. If I am, sorry. Yeah, great run.
There he is. That's Pete Reed, third place tonight. How about a hand for all of our podium finishers and all of our drivers who showed up here for the Brock Leonard Memorial 50, 45 strong for the Thunderstocks tonight.
Well, there's a very important guy I want to get in here and have a word with. Gail, come on over here. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for Gail Hill? This is his cash they fought for tonight. Gail, you've been with us 20 darn years now, and it's been awesome to have you with us. I got to see your great business over there on First Line. All the fans want to know you got some high performance and regular parts over there. If they need anything, go over and see you. But why would you give away all your money? That's what everybody wants to know to these crazy guys.
Well, I've enjoyed the Thunderstock racing, I think more so than I enjoy the sprints coming down. And it's good to see a crowd of 45 vehicles show up for one showing. 45 cut down to 24 to run. I think that's a great and wonderful show they put on this evening, even though there was a little bit of mix-ups, but nevertheless it was enjoyable. I enjoy being here.
How about it, Osh Weekend? Big hand for one of our generous supporters, Gail Hill. Gail, let me shake your hand, buddy. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us over 20 years, and hopefully we've made you happy tonight. We made some of these other guys happy. We've got 3 more features to go. The sprint cars are fired up over there in the pits. We're not going to waste any more time. We're going to hustle right into this program, ladies and gentlemen. We realize it's Canada Day. We'll keep the fireworks going throughout the night. As we keep the program rolling, we'll send it up to Doug and Greg. As they get set to roll, Doug's going to get the sprint cars rolling, and Greg's going to take us back to action.